What's up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue back on the Gentleman of Crypto. Before I get started, let's cue Indigo Saint here.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing.
My man Indigo. Let me go ahead and switch over here to the face. And then I'm loading here so that I can grab you guys' comments. 1 second. Here we go. Alright, hold on 1 second, guys, while this loads. I'm gonna mute it so I can grab your comments. Face. And then I'm loading here so that let's see here. There we go. Okay, guys, so we talking CBDCs, central banks, and privacy coins today. I think it's a fitting topic today to talk about this because a couple things that happened over our last talking. One of which, Ripple joined the World Economic Forum as an official partner, and you can see it actually has some like lower level functionality with CBDCs. And my thought there is, okay, if CBDCs are actually implemented and these central banks are now working off of CBDCs, do we see a pickup in privacy coins? Because I think once we see a pickup in CBDCs, cash kind of becomes a thing that kind of goes away, I think, eventually. Can it go away all at once? No, but I think since it's kind of less trackable, I think it ends up going away eventually. So, like to have a little conversation about that and see where you guys stand with it. And I'm here for any of you guys' questions as well. So, yeah, so let's just get into it. So, let's start with Ripple here. So, Ripple becoming a partner of the World Economic Forum, just like a coin we frequently talk about, LCX, and that's your boy Klaus Schwab over there. If we come down here and look, where is it? Okay, it doesn't come as a surprise because CEO Brad Garringhouse spoke at the World Economic Forum panel this year in Davos in 2022. So it just made sense for them to become a partner. And as of, I think, August 24th, the official WEF website listed Ripple as a partner. So, to me, that says, all right, we probably see those SEC woes kind of just float on away, just go away, and because the World Economic Forum has that type of power behind it, and we also see these guys lead the way on CBDCs because their ledger, their whole technology, really people say it's superior to Swift, which takes days to kind of like reckon itself and like do reconciliation. So maybe we see Ripple just come in here and do away with Swift. So on that kind of note as well, we see Ripple launches crypto-enabled enterprise payments with Brazil and Travelex Bank. So in this, we see again the push and the move towards CBDCs. We also see the move towards remittance payments. And remittance payments are something that's a big business. If you guys check out Simon Family Investments on the Gentleman of Crypto, I know they mentioned that a couple times. So shout out to them. Definitely check out their channel. Remittance payments is a huge industry. If we come down here, it mentions here in the article more than 780 billion payments are sent into Brazil annually, making it an opportune market for both Ripple and its customers who will benefit from the capabilities of cryptocurrency to enable cheaper and faster cross-border payments. Now, this is something we got into on the channel over here, and let me pop up the channel right quick. Definitely come over to the channel. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. Leads you directly to the channel, in which you can come over, like and subscribe, help me get my watch hours up, and thank you guys. Thank you guys for over 1,200 subscribers. But I'm bringing up the channel here because we got some different things you might want to watch about CBDCs and about ISO 20022 cryptos, which is also in the kind of the background of CBDCs and remittance payments. So I'll show you guys right here. Cyperium, I always say their name wrong. Cyperium and Hedera, CBDC leaders, definitely want to check that out. ISO 20022 cryptos, want to check that one out. And over here we got also AMP token, which we go into a little bit about, like payment cryptos and remittance payments. We want to check that out as well. So let me see what we got in the chat over here. Okay, nobody in the chat right now. That's okay. We're good. Let's keep going. Okay. So back to Ripple, if we will here. Where is that article we were looking at? Not sure what I just did with that article. Okay, here we go. So if we go roll down here, like I just showed you guys, it said more than 780 billion payments are sent into Brazil. So that's just Brazil. The whole world of remittance payments is $1 trillion industry. That's just 780 billion just into Brazil annually. So if you move in with crypto and XRP, I think it says it down here in the article. Okay, Travelex will deliver near instant settlement and access to liquidity 24/7, 365 with XRP now. So that's going to be huge. Travelex will support payments between Mexico and Brazil, which again is cross-border payments, with plans to support more corridors and use cases, including internal treasury, which is internal treasury goes back to the central bank digital currency. Now, this is what they just did. Travelex Bank is 100% digital and 100% personal bank. We are first exclusive foreign exchange bank approved and regulated by the Central Bank of Brazil. So they're working with the Central Bank of Brazil. So the next thing you can probably see is central bank digital currencies. Okay. So So if I'm somebody in South America and I'm doing something that's on the up and up, I might just want to go over Brazil instead of go somewhere else, because my payment is going to be settled instantly, which we just see near instant settlement here. So that's going to be a huge boon for Brazil. But then my thought comes back to, okay, you're working with the Central Bank of Brazil. And, say if you're somebody out there doing something, maybe we don't have to say nefarious, but let's say nefarious, right? Um, then maybe you might not want to do it again in Brazil because maybe the central bank moves totally to a digital currency, and maybe then you would want to be moving to a privacy currency or a privacy coin, if you can't do it in cash, right? So that might be something to look out for, with things like Ripple and digital currencies and central bank digital currencies moving into Brazil. So maybe, like we were talking about a little bit on Thursday, definitely check that show out on A Gentleman of Crypto. Let me just make sure my sound is good. Okay, sounds good. Um, Maybe we see in the future a run on these privacy coins, specifically Monero, Haven, and Pirate Chain. So, and also you might see that people might not want to be taxed on certain funds. So maybe, like, definitely guys, pay your taxes. But some people might you move to privacy coins just to avoid tax issues. So we might see something like that. We might see a big boon in that, coming up here when this next Bitcoin halving happens in 2024. So, oh, one other thing, guys, definitely check me out here on Rockfin as well. Shout out to you guys over here on Rockfin or that moved over to Rockfin. If you're wanting to find me over here on Rockfin, all you got to do is come over here, type in Blackrue. You'll find me. You'll be able to follow me. This is how they do it over on Rockfin. It's followers, not subscribers. Um, I mentioned that I was going to do something on WD It's over here on Rockfin, because we get into some esoteric stuff that Gann actually was into, like astrology, like different sacred geometries. Definitely want to check that out. And also, if you guys are interested in the Patreon, we do a weekly watch list, for the monthly cost of $7.77. Definitely really cheap. Something I'm going to be doing for the patrons coming up here soon is I'm going to show them how to use an astrology program that I just got into. I'm here testing it out, and it seems like it's going to work pretty well. So that's going to be something I'm going to give to the patrons because, they pay, and, be on the lookout for that. It's coming to the Patreon like probably today, definitely this weekend. Yeah, but let's get back into it here. So we thoroughly kind of went over Ripple and how the SEC case is probably just going away because now they got the World Economic Forum behind them and their big pockets and all of their connections. We'll probably see that go away. And now that they're working with the Central Bank of Brazil, we probably see them be a central piece and central bank digital currencies in Brazil. Now, that does not end our central bank digital currency conversation because now we move over to Hedera. And, this is Charles Hoskinson's favorite coin to hate. And why does he hate it? Because they're governed by a who's who of people that are all totally corporate, totally about the corporate bottom line. If we come over here and look, boy, we got Boeing, we got Google, we got everybody who literally kind of controls like the hugest companies in the world, right? T-Mobile, which I didn't know was like pretty much a German conglomerate, and just there's so many big companies over here. Shinhan Bank, they're like huge over in Asia. Um, we all know Boeing, Google, and IBM. These are like the most hugest companies over here in America. Google has both the top two search engines, and they can shadow ban any type of content they want. Um, IBM like controls like all of them, like most of the servers over here. They're IBM run. Boeing has most of the military equipment over here. Besides General Dynamics, shout out General Dynamics. I used to work for those guys back in the day. LG phones, telecommunications. Again, telecommunications here with T-Mobile. So Hedera is definitely like a corporate run crypto. And on since it's so corporate run, since it's ran by people that would be kind of like, WEF people, kind of the elitists, like run the world people. Here we have a rumor: Hedera working with the digital dollar with the central bank. Okay, now which central bank they're talking about? I'm assuming America, because they have the American looking like White House behind them. But here we go. The United States has not been left behind, with Federal Reserve Senior Counsel Jess Chung outlining in February some preconditions for a digital dollar. So again, we're assuming that they do mean America here. And again, they also say, which is something you just have to point out when you're talking about Hedera, backed by Google, IBM, Boeing, and LG. Like, just four of the biggest companies in the world. More than 80% of central banks around the world are already researching the prospects of a central bank digital currency. And if you go into my video about Siberium and my videos about central bank digital currencies, you'll see that. I don't have time to give you the receipts right now, but I went over like Hungary doing it. I went over Switzerland doing it. Went over the UK doing it. We just we come over here and look. South Korea is doing it, and with Shinhan Bank, another partner, and like I told you, they're huge over in Asia. And if we come down here and look, Shinhan Bank, and this was like in 2021, I believe. No, 2020. Shinhan Bank had announced it developed blockchain-based pilot platform for testing central bank digital currency in partnership with LG, also in partnership with IBM, and they tell you that somewhere down here. So it's huge. And you can see here also they're testing it in Africa, it seems, and also in Australia. So Hedera's like, if you see that they're doing all of this stuff with central bank digital currencies, and I can understand if you don't want to kind of be involved with this, but somebody's going to make money from this. So that really makes us think, okay, if Hedera and Ripple are going to be involved with central bank digital currencies, maybe these are coins that we want to invest in. And of course, you can invest in both sides. If those digital bank, central bank digital currencies, Hedera and XRP, we got that covered, and then maybe also you want to cover Monero, Thor, Chain, Rune, and Haven Protocol, and be covered with privacy coins also. So you got your feet in both sides. Like many talk about a certain family in America that's in charge of central banks, that usually they're on both sides of the war with their banking processes. So maybe you want to be on both sides of this war if you're a crypto investor. Let's see if we got any comments out there. What's up, Kareem Thomas? What's up, Holiday Fam Bam? What's up, Lisa Lee? What's up, Marcus Walter? What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What's up, Relaxing Serenity Sounds? What's up, Hog? By the way, guys, definitely check out Relaxing Serenity Sounds. I love this channel. I like to just groove with its really relaxing sounds. Like, I was grooving to this yesterday in the middle of just relaxing. I don't know if y'all like to just like listen to relaxing stuff while you're doing work, but while I'm doing crypto research, I'll be listening to this. I don't know why it's not playing because let me just reset it again here and maybe it'll play right quick. Sorry, y'all. I got the terrible internet over here. But I definitely suggest you guys come over here and listen. It's not playing for me for whatever reason because I got this slow internet. But I definitely suggest you guys come over here and take a listen to these relaxing sounds. Don't know why it won't play. But yeah, let me gather some questions from you guys. Okay, BC dumping, how low would it go? I think Bitcoin will be it'll be low for a while. I'm thinking it's gonna be low for the next couple days. Um, like I said, I got some astrology programs I'm gonna go over for the patrons. Let them know how to use this guy right here, a free astrology program. And honestly, I think Bitcoin's going to be going down for the next couple days. And there are some astrological reasons for that. There's some chart reasons for that. Of course, not financial advice, but I think for the next couple days it's going to be going down. Let's see here. eCash, St. Genesis block as Bitcoin up until 2017. Look into it. Do your own research. All right, Marcus Walter, I'll look into it. A lot of people, though, or let me not say a lot of people. I don't know why this thing keeps spooling. Let me. A lot of people. Okay, so let's look into privacy coins right quick. I did not put Bitcoin Cash into this list because if we come over here and look, or eCash or whatever. And I think this is the one that Snowden's connected it to. I don't know. I always get them confused because the names are kind of similar. But no, this is not the one. This is not the one. I was talking about Zcash, I think. Yeah, I was talking about Zcash, not this one. But I had to do some research on this one here. First of all, it's a huge max supply. I like when I see huge supplies like this, it's like, okay, how, like, that's like what here? 21 trillion? Like, to make this move, it's really gonna be a lot to make this move. So, I'm not sure. I have to go take a look at this and see, like, okay, for me, they'd have to implement some huge type of burning stuff. I think this did split off from Zcash, I think. But yeah, I had to do some more research on this. Apparently you can buy it on KuCoin. That's good to see. But yeah, I had to do some more research on this, Marcus Walter. Yeah, keep your questions going. I'm going to keep going on this CBDC look. So we got Hedera in here with a rumor on possibly American CBDC. And when was this article? March 25th, 2021. We got over here October that they implemented a CBDC infrastructure already in 2021. So they already got the infrastructure in place. And Hedera Consensus Services will integrate CBDC core solution to deliver low cost and higher energy efficiency infrastructure for CBDCs. So you can see Hedera is already um, it's been putting itself in place to do this CBDC structure, and you can see with the companies that govern it too. All of these companies are the ones that are gonna be reaping the benefits if you want to like stake your Hedera or use your CBDC. These companies are going to get paid for it. So let's go into another little quote from Hedera. India exploring the use of a digital rupee. So it's so huge. All of these companies, all of these, and this is February 2021. So many people like will say, okay, maybe we see CBDCs in 5 years, 10 years. Hell, we might see a CBDC next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I think the whole timeline in CBDCs has really been sped up. I think we see it sooner rather than later. Instead of a 5 or 10 year plan, I think we might see like a 2-3 year plan. So yeah. So we got how many countries now that I've showed you guys? South Korea, India, U.S., Hungary, Switzerland, England, all of the who's and the powers in this world, right? So yeah. Now all of this, the backdrop of this is being an ISO 20022 compliant crypto. Again, Hedera is, so we probably see everybody on this list involved with CBDCs. We just saw with Hedera with South Korea, India, and all the CBDC activity. We just saw Ripple with Brazil, and who knows how many others. Because I heard that Ripple has just tons of other partners just brewing over there. But we just saw Brazil Central Bank, and we just saw them be partners of the WEF. So Quant is another one, and I've told you guys about them and their whole relation to LCX, which is another World Economic Forum partner. And we come down here and see Quant chooses LCX as a partner to enable digital ledger technology interoperability. Quant and crypto asset pioneer LCX will partnership will further accelerate the progression towards central bank digital currencies. And Quant has a ton of different partners in the backdrop. So again, we see central bank digital currencies being a big push here. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Let me see if we got any comments over here. Marcus Walter, the supply list like that because they move the decimal from an 8 decimal to a 2 decimal. Okay, not quite sure about that, but I'll do some research on that. I love to know what's up with that. Okay, Les Squared. We got NYC in the house. Marcus Walter, the eCash supply is the same as 21 million Bitcoin. Only difference is the decimal spot. It went from 8 decimal to a decimal like fiat. Okay, gotcha. So they widen to supply because they want to do it like fiat. Um, okay, I have to look into that. My only concern though is, okay, if we got stuff like Hedera in the CBDC type of area, we got Quant, we got LCX, we got if we look at these guys here, we got Ripple or XRP, we got Algorand, we got XDC, we got IOTA, we got Hedera, we got Stellar, and we got Bitcoin with Jack Mallers and Strike. You can use that with Strike and different applications like Lolly right now to do like payments. Then how does eCash jump over all of those different people? That's my only thought there. And maybe you can enlighten me on that, and also when I do research, it'll probably enlighten me on that. But then, okay, they gotta jump over Bitcoin, they gotta jump over Hedera, they gotta jump over all those different people I named. So that would be my only concern there with it. Um, and once I do some research on them, I'll probably know what partners they have, and maybe some of their partners can, give them a leg up. But like we already just saw, who you call it, Hedera and all of them have WEF behind them, right? Um, Jack Mollers and with the Bitcoin, they got the whole Bitcoin army behind them. Um, he has Strike with them. He has Lolly and all the different people that accept Lolly, like Dunkin' Donuts, like freaking so many other companies. I could probably grab my phone and look at all the different ones that accept Lolly, because I think they have Strike behind Lolly, which is why they can do those point of sale type deals. Let me just bring up Lolly right quick on my phone so I can just see how many people they accept. Okay, we got Starbucks, Costco, Sephora, Chevron, Ulta, Safeway, Albertsons, CVS, Shake Shack, Exxon, McDonald's, Office Depot, Sam's Club, BP, Papa John's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, 7-Eleven. That's a lot of people. And that's, because I think they probably have Strike behind them, which is why they can do point of sale for so many different people. But yeah, so they gotta overjump all those different people. So let me see. But I'll take a look, because I'll be curious to know, like, what type of partners do they have behind them. Okay, they're powered by Avalanche, and Avalanche is another one that seems like they're trying to get on that whole like World Economic Forum tip. So we'll see there. But yeah, we got Bitcoin and things like LCX dropping, and I think they'll continue to drop for the next couple days here. We got pre-search, one that I really want to get a note on. I want this boy to drop to, like, if it can get to 6 cents, I might actually purchase my node. Um, where we got Bitcoin at here? Okay, it just snuck back over 20. I still think it's gonna go back under 20. And let's see, the big point for Bitcoin is, my mouse here being, is it gonna break this 17 area? If it breaks this 17 area, oh my God, we're gonna have so many different panic points. And if it breaks 17, then I think the next point for it might be what, 15, if we come all the way over here. Yeah, next point is like, okay, that's 17. Okay, next point would be like 16.4. But if we look at the whole GAN fan thing of it, I guess technically it could go down to, where is that? Because this is moving with time. technically, oh, I didn't move my fan. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, yeah, the GAN fan is not kind of in nice alignment with it. So I guess the next point would be like 16 if it breaks this 17 area. 16, I think we got 16.4 over here or something like that. But yeah, I think it definitely breaks 20 again, and for the next like 4 or 5 days, we see it going down. Where it hits, that 17 mark would be a good like kind of indicator for us. But let's see if we got any questions. It's going to have Avalanche consensus with proof of work to get 1 million transactions per second. What's your Twitter account? I'll DM some information. Definitely, dog. Let's see here. Twitter is at Blackrue over here. Definitely send some information. I would love to know. Let's see. Do you think the stablecoin Brazilian digital token will have any play in the future of Brazil? What's up, holiday fam? Bam. Brazilian digital token. Let's take a look at it. I think now that Ripple has their tentacles in over there, maybe XRP plays a bigger role. But let me just look at this right quick. Okay. 1 billion. So my quick sight unseen answer would be that maybe XRP plays a bigger role since they're in with the bank and they're in with XRP. Okay, while this is loading, let's look and see where this is gone from a chart history. How old is it? Okay, it's only okay. That's not too bad. It's been around for about 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. And this is just when CoinMarketCap listed it. It's quite possible it can be older than 3 years old. Let's see here. Okay, so I would say I don't see. Okay, so if this is where if I don't see any partners. They say it in the media. I'll be very interested in knowing who their partners are. This is a really simple website. They don't mention partners and they don't show a team. Um, yeah, they don't show a team. They don't mention any partners. But the coin itself has kept up really nicely, like really nicely over the last 3 years. Even in this bear market, it's only at 19 cents. So they didn't just go dump on people. Say it's pegged to the Brazilian real. Um, but I don't see anything about partners and I don't see anything about like who started it. So to me, it's really hard for me to know here. I think the fact that it hasn't just dumped out is a really good sign, but that I don't see any type of partners or yeah, the fact that I don't see any type of partners or any type of team, that kind of worries me. So I will have to know a little bit more info because it's kind of undecided at this point. I don't even see like they don't even have any type of things on their website where I can go like look at their Twitter or look at their Discord or anything. They're not like I'm surprised that this coin is held up so much with such a lack of information. Um, yeah, this really doesn't tell me much of anything. Um, I would say that Ripple's probably got a bigger inside track at this point, but I would love to more know more info, and they just don't. Okay, there we go. There it's here, but the fact that it's not on their website, that really kind of disturbs me a little bit. So this will be a good test to see how many Twitter followers they have and what they have as information over here. Ava scan. So looks like they're being used by Avalanche. Again, Avalanche being in this central digital currency deal again. Um, okay, so it seems like they got a couple people over here that are like at least making their face known. They gotta do something with that website though, bro. That's that's like the nobody's on your website. I can't even see your founders or anything. That's like come on now. And let's just look at their medium right quick. Is that it? Is one post on your media? Okay, so just the fact that they're over here with Avalanche means that they're not like if they're on this Avalanche Explorer thing, they're not they're not like what do you say? They got a good enough connections that they're in with Avalanche. That means something. But and the fact that the token is not really moved that much, even though they've been around for 3 years and the token hasn't moved that much. So that's also good. But like with such lack of information, um, I'm like I'm still left clueless here. Um, yeah, I would I would have to dig and see if I can find some more stuff. But as of right now, I would say Ripple probably has the advantage because they are in with the World Economic Forum. But this is something I'll definitely watch. But yeah, there's still a whole bunch of questions, and I just have to do some more research to figure that out. Okay, another one. eCash is cool. They got some innovative work going on over that project. That's pretty cool. All right, that's cool. And I know shout out to Crypto and Down. I know Asher L was talking about eCash a couple times too, and I very much respect Asher L and JJ over JJ Wentworth over there. So I really do have to give it a little deeper look. Definitely go check out the guys Crypto and Down. They are also on the network here, Gentlemen of Crypto. Definitely respect those brothers. So yeah, I have to give eCash a really good look. But I like what you guys are bringing to the table. It just lets me know again that Avalanche is another big player in this CBDC, um, in this whole CBDC world, because we see Avalanche here with eCash, we see Avalanche here connected to BRZ token, and we also see Avalanche connected with LCX. So if you guys come over here to Twitter, do LCX and Ava Labs. You'll see CEO Monty Metzger coming over here talking with Ava Labs, like business director, vice president of business development. He doesn't really say much in this video, or otherwise I have us watch it. Talking about how it started and new projects, how they deal with new projects. And if we also come over here and look at LCX's last AMA, they do some talking about AVAX there. LCX just listed AVAX on their platform. So so again, LCX connected with a company that does stuff with CBDCs. So we see that, and they're trying to get out of the CEO. Are they doing something with Avalanche? But from what we just gleaned over here, we can kind of see again LCX being connected with somebody who's connected to central bank digital currencies. So all makes sense with us doing a little gathering of the tea leaves, if you know what I mean. Is Hex a scam? Okay, so the guys over at Crypto and Down, they believe in Hex, but from what I was looking, I got a whole video on that on Gentlemen of Crypto, so I definitely suggest you take a look at it. Not financial advice, but from what it seemed like when we were looking at that video, it seemed to me like Hex might be scamming. Seemed kind of Ponzi schemish to me. But I'm not necessarily a Hexagon. I do own Hex tokens, but from what it seemed like to me, it seemed like a scam. I'm probably not gonna move those Hex tokens only because I'm not trying to pay the gas fees or whatever. They can just sit over there for a while. But yeah, and definitely guys come on. I think I told you guys already. Come check me out on Rockfin. Come on, guys. We got a whole nother 12 minutes if you guys have some questions. But I love what you guys are bringing to the table. Shout out to the Crypto Warriors over here. We just brought to the table like connecting Avalanche and LCX to central bank digital currencies. And we did that with BRZ and we did that with eCash. So that's something to note. And like Marcus Walter just said, if they're doing these things to kind of make themselves used as a currency, maybe again we see them doing something with being used as a central bank digital currency as well. So that's something to note. That's something to note for sure. And I'll have to put them on my watch list as something to check out. Both of these guys. And let me put eCash on there. And I might go over there today to just grab a few little tokens. Just cause All right, I don't know what I did with it, but I'll just write down that I need to go over there and grab some of that. Okay, there we go. Is Richard Hart a scammer? Man, I'll say this about Richard Hart from me personally. A lot of the stuff he does just rubs people the wrong way. Like he comes out with this bravado, and it's like if Richard Hart just tones himself down, I think he would get a lot more people following him. But a lot of people like that bravado too. So um, I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying that Richard Hart is necessarily a scammer, but it's just when I look at the tokenomics of the project, it looks like a Ponzi. Um, but we got Richard Hart working on court, Pulse Chain, and all of that. Excuse me. So he's working on different projects like the Pulse Chain, which is like kind of thought to be an Ethereum killer. Um, it's just if you think about possibly having the World Economic Forum behind Ethereum, which I kind of think World Economic Forum may be behind Ethereum and things like Chainlink. Um, if these people with these huge pockets are behind Ethereum and they're trying to get it merged to be like this whole staking blockchain, which once it's a staking blockchain, uh, big money people like the World Economic Forum can buy it up and govern it, just like they're governing Hedera, by the way, if you read the tea leaves on that. It being a proof of work or proof of stake technology instead of proof of work that now takes the power out of the people's hands to mine it and now puts the power into the hands of people who can just buy it and now stake and govern it. So that's a whole nother topic. But saying that Ethereum has big money people like this behind it, how's Richard Hart and Hex going to stop Ethereum? That's something you have to really think about. Like if Ethereum has big money people like the World Economic Forum behind it, and companies like LCX who like tokenize things like diamonds. They literally tokenize diamonds because they have that much money behind them, where they can just buy a whole crap load of diamonds and put them in a safe and tokenize them, right? If they got that much money behind them and that much power behind them, how's Richard Hart and a couple of plebs like us, right? How are we going to be able to topple Ethereum with Pulse Chain? That's just something you have to put in your mind there. No disrespect to them though. That's where I'm at on that. Like, and we all want to, fight the power for sure. But in the end of the day, if you got certain people with certain cash and certain monies behind them, you know, let's what's up, real talk? Why is it difficult to determine the scams with white papers and code? Is that are you joking there or are you being serious? I'm not sure what real talk. I think you're being serious in that, like you're saying, you could go look at the white paper and code and be able to determine the scams. I'm just I think that's what real talk's saying. You could just look at the white papers and the code and determine scams. I'm just and that's a really good point. And I'm looking at it too from the other side of okay, we got all this money and power uh, behind Ethereum. So I'm looking at it kind of practically. Is the WEF working with Ripple? Yeah, we went over that. You must have missed the first part, but here we go. World Economic Forum shows Ripple as an official partner. So yes, they are working with Ripple. Maybe Richard is working with the WEF on the low. Um, I sincerely doubt that the WEF would work with Richard. Um, I, Richard, I'm not talking about you, brother. I'm not. I'm really not. I doubt that they would work with Richard because Richard seems like a person that he seems like a person that would be too hard to control as far as the WEF goes. And I'm not saying that he's a scammer, Richard himself. Maybe he really does want to create a chain that's like by the people and for the people, right? And when you listen to him, he says a lot of the right things, like how he talks about like you know different things that are happening to poor folk. Um, he says a lot of the right things there, but you have to imagine now that man has to take on Klaus Schwab, has to take on all these members of the WEF. It seems like a really, um, and he has to do it with the money he has in front of him, whereas the WEF has like worlds of money in front of them. So you just got to look at it like that, I feel. Um, I'm not sure. I was wondering why it is difficult to foresee these scams. Are projects coded to hide if a coin is fake? Well, again, guys, like you can do all the research you want. Even people like Mark Cuban, like he was with like what was that coin called? Like Titan Finance, all of that. And I'm sure he has dudes that are out there doing research, but still, these coins get exploited. These coins have hacks happen. You have stuff like Terra Luna happen, where I'm sure tons of people, big people, did research into Terra Luna, and yet companies invested in them and they got done what they had done to them, right? So it's like you can only do so much and you're still going to be got, I feel like you can do as much research as you want, but you know, still there's a possibility you can get got. But like, shout out to King out there. King was the one who told you like, okay, look, why is a stable coin investing in Bitcoin? It seems counterintuitive. And that ended up being their downfall, Luna. So it's like you can look at as many of the white papers and coins you want, but when you see certain things like that, it's like, okay, is that a smart move? No, it's not a smart move. You're making yourself double risky, or like you're now having a stable coin that's backed by something unstable. That doesn't seem like a good recipe for success. Um, so some of it I think comes with kind of just practicality, like what I was just describing with Luna, and then other parts of it come with like, okay, um, again, like maybe you can look at the white paper and maybe you can look at the partners and who are backing it, because like I think the old saying goes, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Um, Maybe you might have the most grand crypto in the world, but like if you can't market it and you don't have the right people to push it, then does it really matter? Um, I don't know. Those are the things I look at the end of the day. I look at practicality. I look at the partners and the people who are pushing it, because it can be technically really great, but if it doesn't have the right pushers, if it doesn't have the right partners, If it doesn't have enough money at the end of the day, it could still fail, even if it's the greatest thing in the world, right? So that's what I look at. As a novice, I've been fake pumped, and it's hard to determine scams through code. Yeah, I would say kind of just look at the practicality of it, like I just described. Um, like who are the partners pushing it? Um, like who are the partners pushing it? Does it make sense practically? Just like how I always tell you guys about LCX, and they got the World Economic Forum behind them. This guy, they got tons of money. They got these Tiamins and all of this type of stuff behind them. Like how I always tell you guys about stuff like NBA Top Shot. Um, they got NBA players like pushing this. They got the whole NBA league pushing this because they're partnered with the league. Again, back to partners. And it's based off a concept that we already know sells, which is basketball cards, baseball cards, that type of memorabilia. We know that that's a concept that it sells. So I try to keep it as simple, as very simple as I can. Um, we know that this is something that sells, so it makes sense that this is a successful product. They have NBA players pushing it. They're using new age marketing instead of kind of like trying to put it in the paper or like whatever. They're showing pack drops on Twitch, stuff like that. So practically, it makes a lot of sense. Um, yeah, that's how I try to go about it. Um, that's really how I try to go about it. The same thing with NBA or NFL all day. It's something that we know has sell football cards, and that's how why I'm also kind of less invested in their UFC Strike product for whatever reason. Cards that are not football, basketball, baseball, and hockey cards, and hockey the cards kind of suffer too. Uh, for for whatever reason, anything outside of the four sports cards always suffer. That's why I'm kind of less invested in USC Strike, but even Flow figured that out. And if you look at some of the pack drops that they do for the UFC Strike now, just like they do for kind of like the WNBA, their pack drop size is a lot smaller for UFC Strike for WNBA, and it makes sense that their pack drop size is a lot smaller because the demand is a lot smaller. So in the end, it ends up kind of working out because they match their pack drop size to their demand. Like let's see here. How many packs did they drop for this? Okay, it just says sold out. It doesn't say how many packs they dropped. Maybe if we go here and look at what moments are there, we can see the size. I know we're going a little over. Make sure you guys have your last questions ready. Okay, so here they dropped 5,000 packs basically for this set, which is showing they're trying to match up demand with like like for instance, okay, so this was 5,000 packs. If we go over and look at NFL all day, their last pack drop was like 20,000 packs, I believe. So they've kind of gotten to a science where they've learned to um, match the pack drop size with what demand they have out there. Come over here and look. Oh, it's taking a while. Okay. View pack. And this they did open beta, so this was now open to everyone. So you see, yeah, they had 25K packs here. So yeah, so I just try to think of it practically, man, and even thinking of it practically, sometimes you can still get burned too. So it's just, just try to use your best guess practically, and I would say, mostly it's not about, it's really not about the kind of the code. It can be, and what type of ingenuity they have. It can be, but it's mostly about partners and what's worked in the past, really. If you keep your creed in check, if you keep your greed in check and be cautious, you'll avoid a lot of scams. I think that's true. I agree with that. I really agree with that. Um, yeah, man. I just try to be practical with it. Um, that's kind of where I'm at with it. If we don't have any more questions, I think that's good for today. Yeah, be on the lookout, guys, for my future videos. Definitely come over to the channel, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and thank you guys who are checking out the recording. Um, y'all guys have a really good weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.